Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. It's Dr. Bob here. Welcome to week 6 of the course. My buddy Shelby. I've been away in the morning, so yeah, she always misses me, can't you tell? Anyway, welcome to week 6. Can you believe it? Wow, halfway through the course already. Big week. You have your midterm exam this week, and I know I'll be getting some emails from you, and that's fine. I'm always here if you have any questions or concerns. Now, the midterm exam consists of a requirement, basically, that the college requires for a requirement that you be able to answer. And at this point in the course, you should be able to answer the question. And students kind of tend to get hung up on this question. And here's what you need to do. First of all, pick a sociological perspective. And remember the 3 sociological perspectives. Always refer to your textbook if you have any questions. But the 3 sociological perspectives: functionalism or functional analysis, the idea that there's large groups in society, like the institutions or other large groups in society, and they work together. They have a function in society. If they didn't have a function, they wouldn't have lasted this long. Like family, like education, like the government, the economy, religion, military, all these serve a function in society, an important function. And when society is in balance, all these institutions are working together, right? That's the idea, that they work together for the good of society. When one of them is out of balance, then society is out of balance. This is some of the criticisms people make when they talk about the family, for example. Oh, the family, is all screwed up, and the institution of the family, and that's why society is in such trouble, right? So you pick a sociological perspective. Like I said, either functionalism, conflict theory is the idea that, yes, there's large groups in society, but they are not working together. In fact, they are competing with each other for scarce resources. And the group in power, the dominant class in power, will use their wealth, their power, their status to maintain that status quo in society. And we can see this, for example, with the debate between the wealthy and the non-wealthy, right? The 99%ers, the 1%ers, how the laws and the system is rigged, if you will, to favor the wealthy in society. Same argument can be made: men versus women, whites versus non-whites. You see the connection there? That's conflict theory. The third perspective, now those first 2 are macro sociological perspectives, big picture stuff, right? The third perspective is symbolic interactionism, and that's a micro perspective. The reason I do this is because it tends to look at small groups in society, but the key thing with symbolic interactionism is that forget about the groups in society and the institutions and who's, screwing over whom. They're looking at symbols. Everything is a symbol, and those symbols have meaning, right? A Confederate flag, flipping somebody off, a tattoo, somebody's height, their weight, how they wear their clothing, whether they wear their hat backwards, right? All of these things are symbols, and we use those symbols to communicate with each other. And it's through interaction that we learn what the meaning of those symbols are to each other. So that's symbolic interactionism. That's your 3 perspectives. Pick one, and then answer each one of those questions, right? Now, often I get to some students, well, how long does this thing need to be? As long as you need it to be to answer the question. You should be able to answer them all. About 2 to 3 pages should get you there. Please do not email it to me, right? Don't email it to me. What you need to do is submit it like you normally would any other assignment in Blackboard. As I've said before, when you email those assignments to me, it creates a headache, a nightmare, and sometimes they don't get graded properly. So make sure you just submit it. I said Canvas, didn't I? Through Blackboard. That's the one we use here. And that's about it. Now, if you have questions, of course, again, make sure you check your book. A lot of the things that you're going to have questions about can be answered in your textbook. Pick up a newspaper. That will tell you what some of the current events are if you need those for social issues, right? And then, of course, Dr. Bob's always here. Send me an email, and I'll be glad to give you a hand. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any examples that I can send you of a completed exam this time, because this is the first term where I've had to use this. So hopefully, I'm sure many of you will write perfect exams for me, and I'll be able to use those in the future for my students if need be. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and otherwise I'll be talking to you all real soon. Thanks. Bye.